It's kind of an experiment today to see if, like other YouTubers, we can actually film something that we're fixing or when something goes wrong without having a heart attack and getting into a fight or beating each other up. So this isn't too bad of a problem. Theoretically, I know what to do and I just have to do it. I'm taking a cover off so I can get out of control here, and it's a 5-minute job, but I'm sure I can turn it into most of the day. Like right now I gotta go get a different screwdriver. I'll be right back.
While he's going to get the other screwdriver, I want you to see how he's got to prep himself. So he's got what he calls lovingly his Fifi cushions on a yoga mat. Another Fifi cushion. If you're going to cramp in there, you want to make sure you're comfortable. Mark, don't get too comfortable. Watch your head. Watch your head.
Okay.
All right, how's it going?
This is one of those times when you're glad you bought your $4 knockoff, genuine Chinese knockoff for vice grips and carried it along on your trip. Unless you're a 20-year-old contortionist and
so you gotta take that down too?
Yeah, you can work upside down. All right. That's what we need. 4 buttons right here. Let me get the light. So those 4 buttons and these bingo lights that are on this side right here, I have to fool around with. Fully extend.
So you can see we're bringing it in now, testing it. Wow, it's there. It's right up on it.
I have 33 inches. Here I have 32 7/8. So
7/8, you're 1/8 off. Mark, I'd call it a success.
This
isn't a crane in a nuclear power plant, you know.
Well, okay, but I gotta think this through. So this one did not go out as far, but this one, when it comes back in, never goes far enough. So the fact that this one has to travel less distance and that one's still traveling, maybe that's good. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Let's call it a wrap. Here, congratulations.
Well,
good job.
We have to set the controller limits yet, so
fine.
We got all sorts of stuff that can go wrong. Retract is in the here. Press program and depress motor B extend once. Motor B, press program. We gotta go in and look at the seals inside now.
Oh yeah.
The seals.
So how'd it go, Mark?
So it went really well. And this is one of those few times that I'm glad we're documenting it. I followed these instructions that I found on the internet for the DSC100 controller, 4 pages. But then there's another 4 pages that's kind of a boiled down version of that, with pictures on how the control board looks and the different motor switches and the retract and extend and what bingo lights should be on. And it was very, very informative. So that, coupled with having the right amount of tools to get the job done, I was able to accomplish it.
Bravo, and this is where the cheering comes in.
All right.
So what's going on?
Well, I'm looking to see what a normal plate looks like, and great, there's a set of bolts back there that I'd never be able to get to. Look at that one and back you.
Oh,
Don't move it too much. I need to know where it is.
when did you notice that?
Right when I was putting away the mat to wipe your feet off that Ray gave us. Well, that explains the noise, and
Yeah.
that's why I always try to investigate noises, but I fell down on a job on that one. You know, this almost looks like that this happened once before, because there's a lot of extra holes in here. A lot of extra bolts.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah. I think they have to reposition it.
Right, which tells you that there's going to be mush to.
What was that?
Well, that's the screw that broke.
Oh, God.
So it's going to be mush inside there. Alright, so this plate needs to go in just a tad so I can go up flat. So I need you to go in and look at the button, and you got to go in, and I need you to just tap it a little bit.
Are you ready?
Yeah, just tap it. Okay, hold on.
Did that make any difference?
Yeah. And it's engaged with the gear. Now it's flat, and I would be able to reuse the same holes to at least start it. If we can get it in, then I can drill holes here later and put some more in. So this is the time when your anal retentiveness to come up with an assortment of screws and have all sorts of scenarios in your mind that you carry these. Just about the time you get sick of carrying them, something like this pops up and you feel like giving yourself a big hug. But I don't have a mirror right now, so I'm going to do that later. So I don't want to get too happy yet. Let's try this and see if I got any meat to snug up into.
I think you need to not ever think of getting rid of your stuff. Once you start thinking you want to get rid of it, we have a problem. Don't do that. Keep it all.
Right. I only have 2.5 suitcases, 2.5 toolboxes that I carry. And this is the best thing I ever bought. Our electrician back home, Daryl Wiedemeyer, told me to buy this. And Sue wouldn't let me. She was having a bad week one time.
Really?
Yeah. And I begged her and begged her. Finally, one day, we were in Menards. You said I could get it, and I snapped it up. So thank you, Sue, and thank you, Daryl, from Wiedemeyer Electric back in Milwaukee, who we really liked, except we don't need them now because we're in North Dakota.
How many bolts it actually broke? It's hard to say, there's so many holes.
8 or 10.
What?
Yeah. So
This was our good slide. How
yeah,
did that
so
happen?
just because I'm able to bolt this back up doesn't mean we're home free.
Right.
But it would be nice if these had some meat left here, and I hope they're not too long. Well, that was the other problem, is that the bolt is still in there. And it's kind of got to go back right there. And that might be why they re-drilled a hole, because they had the same issue. Yeah, and there's no one of them that I can get a vice grips and grab anything. Now maybe this one here. I think it's kind of funny that tomorrow of the amount of money it costs the RVs coming out, and we'll probably have a lot of blowback on how much money we spent on our RV and how expensive it is and blah 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 blah. And here we are, even with how much money we spent, the thing's still falling apart. So you can imagine that if you think you're pulling a fast one by not spending enough on them, you're in for even more issues than we have. Because you can't tell me that there isn't a certain amount of the cost that goes into the quality. Look at these little baby screws in here. Yeah. Look at self-tapping threads too. Wow, high quality.
Do I detect sarcasm, honey?
Yeah. Dude, all these are loose.
All loose.
Well, this one is. That's
oh my
why.
God.
That's why it's loose.
Oh my God.
This is Newmar quality right here.
Well, Newmar's good. What's going on?
Oh, look at the diameter. It's like
Oh, it's too
it's like
thin.
kindergarten. It's a kindergarten screw.
So what's your thought? You're taking out the old ones?
I'm taking out the old ones on this side so that before they break, and put bigger ones in. I only have so many big ones here.
So you're trying it by hand now?
Doing it by hand so that I can get a feel for how much bite I have, because the machine is powerful enough that it can fool you. It's pretty hard to go in, so that's good. You know, it's got to work to suck up that last amount. There's only one hole that I know for sure that doesn't have the screw in it, and I can use that to line everything up. It'd be different if I could move this plate out of position and do some surgery on the wood here, but I really can't.
Yay. It's a clean break.
Okay, so that one is available, and this one's available. I mean, if I get this thing back together on our next stop, I'll put a whole...
It's going to be like a perforated notebook, though. It's going to rip.
Yeah. I think I just got to start drilling new holes.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, what a crap design. They should have put a whole pile of holes in, and as it gets loosey-goosey and wiggly-woggly, you just go into a different hole. But no, we don't want to plan on that. That would be Mark Chandler design that would cost an extra $1.
So, if you're going to put new holes in there, do you have the right drill bits for that?
Well, I
stuff?
got the right drill. Let's see if I'm prepared enough to have the right drill bit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty sure I have the right one.
Oh my God. Smaller bit first.
Yep. Put a pilot in there.
Yeah.
You have to have safety glasses on if you're on YouTube. And if I had a life preserver, I'd put that on as well.
Well, how's it going?
Well, not as good as I had hoped. I'm one screw shy. I'm already using screws that I don't want to be using. So every selection that's not right gets worse. Probably the worst thing right now is I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, MG Marco, go! Go to the bathroom.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Marco, go.
I feel like Jim Cambasia, all full of metal shavings.
I'll look and see what he's been doing here. Wow. Now that should hold. Come on. So it looks like with the round heads that it might end up maybe doing something to that, but when you look over here you can see as it goes in, it does push in. So it might just slide right over that. Right tool for the right job. Not quite sure what he's using this for though. Plus he has his yoga mat all ready for stretching out when he's done. Excellent. Feel better?
Yeah. Some of the pressure is off the job. Alright.
Look at my rough man.
Yeah. Major surgery as in go back to the mothership.
You think? Not good timing?
Not good timing because we seem to have the highest monthly cost on any vlogger, so.
And just finished your video.
Yeah.
Not to be published yet, but you just finished it. Yow.
Yeah. Tin sheet metal or something that I got to go through after the plywood. The plywood's only a ½ inch. And see, that's the problem. I don't know what I'm drilling through. I know it's not a water tank. There's no water came out. I'm that smart.
So it's really above it is our televator
Yeah.
and the desk.
That might be all I can do. There's two schools of thought. One, you don't clean up because you're not sure if it's going to work. But I don't have any backup plan. So I'm going to clean up as if it's going to work.
Oh, I like that.
And give it good karma.
Excellent. Good energy, babe.
And I stare at it one more time.
Give it the Mark stare.
Yeah. I hope it's in line. Give it the sign of the cross. Okay, let's go. We got places to go, people to see.
All right, the moment of truth. Will the slide close properly?
So I changed my shirt because I was all full of metal filings, and I put my Summer to Remember shirt on for extra good luck because I know Mark has a lot of issues, and hopefully this will work. Why don't you videotape the
Underneath?
underneath. Yeah,
Right.
I'll start her up.
All right. Wow. Smooth. Flush. Smooth and flush.
Must be the shirt.
All right, this side's out a little bit.
All right. Well, I stopped it a little bit. How much?
Actually, the other side's flush though, so.
Yeah. See, I told you we're a cog off now. Yeah.
It's on the bottom.
Right, and the only way you do that is you.
The top looks pretty flush. All right. We're on the road.